Welcome back, dear viewers, and talking about this very interesting project. I'm really delighted to have over the phone Mrs. Rana EIhab, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mrs. Rana.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm really delighted to have you over the phone in the breakfast show and on Night TV International. Can you hear me well?
Yes, please.
Of course. Okay, so my first question is, first of all, I would like to thank you for the very valuable efforts that's done in the tourism sector, and especially the revival project. I would like to know more about this project.
Actually, I want to mention that this is considered as the first project, not only in Egypt, but in all the world. We're doing just a kind, you imagine you are walking through the museum or these places, and the artifacts start to talk about itself. So sometimes when we are going around these artifacts, we read the label and we hear from our tour guide, and sometimes we wish that we can see the complete idea of this piece or this antique, and we need to see the original colors of those pieces. So now this happens in Egypt. So when you are going in the museum, you're not only enjoying with hearing the stories, you are also enjoying with the vibe that you look at the artifact or the object, and it's talking about itself. You see the complete shape. So because most of the statues that we found or the objects that we found, it's only a half, missing heads or missing chest. So with those kind of amazing projects here in Egypt, it's telling us very well how we are doing in the tourism, and how we are take a great line to track with our other countries around us, in tourism especially.
When I last time visited the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, I was really amazed by the reactions of the tourists there, and because actually the government is exerting a huge effort in digitalizing such places like museums and entering the digital techniques into it. So what were the reactions that you have witnessed from visitors and tourists? Because this project is not only encouraging tourism, but also domestic tourism. How do you comment on this?
Yes, actually, when we are talking about the different kinds of tourism, yes, Egypt is attracted the different kinds of tourism, especially the people who are talking about the culture, and even the domestic, because, you know, as Egyptians, we need to go around Egypt and enjoying with the culture, enjoying with our heritage. So, for sure, we will find all nationalities, including Egyptians, in those places, and especially we are in the winter season. So you will find the Egyptian people themselves, they actually start trying and searching about how we can visit Luxor and Aswan today, and how the people Luxor and Aswan, they want to visit Cairo and visiting the museums that we have in the National Museum, as you mentioned. And a special thing about the National Museum, that we have the labels or the screens that showed you how this piece worked actually in the time of the ancient Egyptian people, and how they are using it. It's not only how we using it at that time, it's now you can put your camera phone in the pieces that have a missing head or not complete, and you actually realize with the same size life of this statue or this object, and see the original colors of it. So this is really a great effort. So we are attracting tourism not only by doing the videos or doing a kind of marketing. No, we are working very hard on the land to make the journey of the tourists here in Egypt a wonderful moment he never forgot.
Yes, of course, and this effort effort to modernize Egyptian museums is allowing me to ask you how does the inauguration of a number of Digital Egypt projects would pave the way for Egypt 2030 digital transformation strategy, because this is a kind of approach of a digital transformation strategy by the end of the day.
Yes, this is true. So when we are talking about the last 10 years in Egypt, we just not only working, as I mentioned, in the marketing only, we are working in everything in life. So the transformation from the normal things to being an artificial intelligence or virtual reality or any other project. So this is showing us or the shade of light on very important topics that we are seeing what happens in the world, how we can communicate with the artificial intelligence in general, and how we can make this as a part from our heritage. To talk about heritage, to talk about our culture. So before this stage, we have the screens that are we are talking about the screens in the Civilization Museum, and before in 2020 we have the project of the virtual reality when you are just visiting the tombs and see the whole details of many tombs, museums, mosques, churches around Egypt from your home. So this is also tell us how the Egyptian government took and take a very important step for the vision, for our vision in 2030.
Thank you for mentioning the Egyptian government's role in this process, because this actually is my question, that this wouldn't happen without the Communication Information Technology Ministry strategy that is focusing on providing highly efficient and stable telecommunication services, along with also enabling youth to compete effectively in the labor market. How do you comment on this?
Yes. So when we are talking about a new project, that's the big project we are talking about today. So it's not happening only from individual parts. So it needs a harmony between all the ministries that we have here to create such an amazing idea. So we are not only talking, it's okay, it's only mine, and I'm the only one who can doing that. Now with the communication of the ministry, of the other ministries, and even actually with the international media, because this project is depending, or we have a relation with the media to create such a project to make the people enjoying inside. So this is the Egyptian government nowadays and how they are thinking. They didn't take a decision one by one, but we take a decision by the end of the day with a harmony from all.
Of course, Mrs. Rana, also the project, as you mentioned, it has been implemented with the cooperation of the international company Meta, and this will enable me to ask you, how can international cooperations or cooperation and collaboration with different countries or different international companies could enhance the tourism sector and boost it more?
Okay, so at this point, Rishi, you know, when you are going and doing any kind of search and just asking about something, when you're asking about something, because this is a kind of information technology thing, but when it's giving you all the people searching about this place especially, or they want to visit this place especially, or something like that, that shows you our power in the communication with all the people. So when you are in Egypt and you are talking about any historical place or any cultural place or any place related to our tourism, you will find all these things. So that's from our effort that we put all our data on the website, so it makes facilities for all the people who want to search about it. Easygoing any place. So this is important part from us as a government. So when the international companies or whatever, they are seeing our efforts, they offer their help. When they offer their help, we are creating something amazing like what we have today.
Of course, and also I want to know more about the technique used in this project, because it is the AR, right? It is the AR technique.
Yes.
Can you please tell me why is it AR technique and not VR technique?
Actually, it's AI technique because in the process of restoration the piece itself, we're using the artificial intelligence. How we are doing that? Now we have a piece missing hand or missing head. So
Yes.
as a group from conservators, group contained of the Aristotelian justice and Egyptian justice and the people who caring about the history, and now we need to make this piece as it was created yesterday or today. So we collect the information from all the people that we have on the table, and we start reconservate that by AI. So we have the tablet and we have the television that we're using our tools through it, and we make it again so it's going to the people with the idea. So we are not just using the AI and make AI work it by himself. So because we are the one who created the AI, so we need to put the data in. So this is shows you how the Egyptians is clever enough to back their life, back the life before thousands of years back again to our new life. So this is how we're using the human brains to the AI and create it to make it easy for the people who's going to visit those places.
Mrs. Rana EIhab, as my final question to you is, as I'm hearing your voice answering my questions, I can sense that you're so happy and also amazed by this technique and how is it beneficial to the tourism sector, and so I also feel just like you. But my question is, how do you think such techniques could attract more investments to enhance the tourism sector?
Actually, when we are talking about the new generations we have today, so they want to make their life easy, and we made this in Egypt actually. So it's not only visiting and going around and hearing some stories or read by yourself. So you leave the story, you didn't only see it. Here is the point. Here is the kind of the investments that we can attract again to Egypt. It's showing the infrastructure of Egypt, how it's strong, and how we are creating new ideas for not only Egypt, for all the world, how we inspiring them. So the place of the inspiration, the people need to go inside and they need to know more things and more stories about the place to make their investment going in the right way they are want. So when we are talking about the AI or artificial intelligence, or we are talking about the new generation, so you will find all of them or what they are thinking about that we have here in Egypt. So for that reason, it's something very important to see what the other countries do and what we do to take from us to all the world, as we did actually before thousands of years ago.
Yes, thank you so much, Mrs. Rana EIhab, the tourism expert. Thank you for being with me over the phone. Really, this made me a proud Egyptian. I am, of course, already a proud Egyptian, but also witnessing such projects make me feel very proud that now we can have an experience in the museums after modernizing the Egyptian museums. We can not only just meet with pieces of monuments, but also we can know their history and live this experience fully with all presence. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rana EIhab, the tourism expert. And dear viewers, this brings us to the end of our episode today. And stay tuned on Nile TV International. That was Reem Tamer, and thank you for watching.